All right, guys, that is it. That is the video. What did you think of my disorganized Declutter? Okay. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. If you are into chaotic, frenetic energy, enjoy beauty, horror movies, anything horror related, and occasionally commentary, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to. Come on now. And here are my socials. I don't believe in not following people back because I think it's a weird thing to do. Like, why does it matter how many I have following versus followed? Weird. Okie doke. So what are we here with today, Audra? I don't know. Where's your bops and flops? It's not here. So here's the fun fact. I didn't get a lot of new stuff in April because, you know, all of this. But I do have my disorganized declutter. What is a disorganized declutter, you ask? Well, essentially throughout the month I go through my collection and just kind of grab things here and there that I've noticed I haven't used, and I stuff them in a box. And if I go back to the box and grab said thing out to use it, then it's still something that I need in my collection. However, if I don't, then it is time to let it go. This is basically my way of being more conscious of what I have in my collection and removing things long before everything's just like overflowing. I don't like that shit.
I mean, I know I'm a Taurus with my like creepy little like cave of gold and treasures,
but I do not like keeping a lot of beauty stuff around. Some of it's stuff that's empties as well, but I don't like filming a whole empties video because I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I used all this shit up. Look at it. So let's get started. Also, I'm aware about this wig's hairline. Don't talk shit. I'm not in the mood. All right, to get started, this is actually an empty. This is from Specific Beauty. It's an intensive skin brightening serum. This is an all right product. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it with all the freaking white lights. This is an all right product. I got it in a beauty box of some form. I don't even remember which one, but this is this. I have it. It was nice. It had kind of a funky smell though, but I did like how it felt on my skin. Like, it felt good. It wasn't good or bad. My skin did look a little bit brighter, but it was nothing fantastic. But I'm glad I got to try it. I mean, that's just like it was here. If you saw a few videos regarding this, I have one reviewing it. I have another one. I have a few videos where this is in it. This is not a palette I like in any way, shape, or form. I just don't. It's not a good palette, and I have no reason to continue using it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. It did nothing good for me. I was gonna see if I could find somebody who wanted it, but I mean, these days shit gets weird. It's just not pretty, and I'm not gonna keep it for a couple of shades. Like, there's a couple of shimmers in here that are nice, but it's just, no, I'm gonna let it go. There's no need to keep this. It's beautiful packaging, and that's really, really nice.
Emily Han, if you're watching,
maybe you can tell me how to like get all the shit out of it so that I can just keep the packaging. I'm so stupid. Okay, this is an empty. This is the Lou Serum Swan Hydratant. Listen, it's all in French on the front. It's Lou Hydrating Treatment Serum. That's what it is. Okay, that was a lot for no reason. I used all of this up. I actually really like this. I don't know why, it just made like my skin feel so soft and like look luminous. I don't know. It's a Korean thing though, but it's BioRace. I can't say it. Listen, don't come for me in the comments on that. But it was really, really nice. This is a product that I really liked, and it takes a lot for me to use all of a serum, guys. So like, you had to know I like this shit. It was good. It was really good. Got it in a beauty box. Up next we have the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. I did not like this. I tried it. As you can see, I did try to use it, but here's the thing. I don't know if the camera will pick up all the little oil particles. I don't like it to just be like an oil. Does that make sense? Like, if you look at this, this is a mist. There's no oil particles in it. This is just like too oily for me, and I have, I guess, oily skin right now, combination trending oily. This isn't a thing for me. Like, yes, it's a glow mist, but it's just oil. Do you know what I mean? It's just oil, and it feels like you shake it up and you're supposed to spray it. Here, let me just use my hand right quick and kind of give you like a demo. I did it wrong. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I'm sure all of you saw that coming, and I'm the only one who didn't. And it's going to be locked in history forever for y'all to all see me spritz myself in the mouth like an idiot. All right, so when it dries down, it's more sparkly, and I don't feel like the camera is gonna catch it much at all. Oh, there we go. It's more of a sparkle, and I just really don't like this formula. There was just something I did not like about the oil, and I'm just gonna let it go. Like, I just felt like I got a weird sensation. Like, my face felt weird after using it. That's the only way I can describe it. My face just really felt weird. It felt like, I know it's supposed to be enriched with shit, but my face felt oily, greasy, even greasy. Next, we have the C'est Moi Gentle Foaming Cleansing Gel. Cleanses nothing, absolutely fucking nothing. It's a great thing for, like, because it's made for young, delicate skin. And I'm the resident old bitch of YouTube. So obviously, I don't have young, delicate skin. So it just didn't do fuck all for me. It wasn't really a good thing. Like, it's all right if your face is already clean, but if you're using it to like actually wash your face, like really wash it, no, baby, no. This was good for more like if I'm filming and I needed to wash my face right quick in between, then that was what it was good for. But otherwise, no, bye. This was the Naturally Good For You Beauty Has No Age Retinol Anti-Wrinkle Serum. Loved this. This is just an empty. I absolutely adore this. I wanted to get more, but y'all out there bought my shit. And I'm very annoyed. I'm annoyed. Who did this? Who? This is the Joa Truly Yours Natural Finish Foundation. Thing is, it's actually a really good foundation. Let me see if it's really gross right now because it's super old, but I'm just putting like a little drop there. It was a nice finish. It looked really nice, and the coverage was quite lovely. I actually really like this foundation. It's from Joa. So I was, look at how, like, look at that. Look at that. You see the spot? Do you see? Can you see it? Because don't say like you're brown and it's brown. Shut up. That's not nice. Right here is where I have it. It was very nice coverage. It looked very natural on the skin, and it did actually go kind of well with a really radiant primer. So it did go well with radiant primers. It felt good on. Really wasn't that bothersome. Did have a little bit more transfer than I like, but this was a good foundation. I would probably get it again. It's just like I'm just not doing that right now.
I've already had you.
Next up is the 24K Gold Foil Moisturizer from Focaccia. I know it's not Focaccia because I know that's that bread, but I can't say this. Anyway, this is the ish that broke BoxyCharm, all right? This made everybody mad, and I just really wasn't going to try that. It's suitable for all skin types. I got a little weirded out by the whole ordeal, and also I don't really like these odd little gold flecks in it. For some reason, I don't like it when any kind of skincare product has like weird gold in it for no reason. Like, that's just, gold has no properties for your face, so like putting gold in it just didn't do anything for me. And this was supposed to be worth $100, but was it? We don't know. Who cares? The point is, I'm chucking it because it needs to go, and I'm not going to touch it or put it anywhere near my skin because, baby, not today. This was featured in one of my 5 for 5 lives, which is the Hey Honey Take Away the Drama Youth Boosting Honey and Copper Peel Off Mask. Absolutely not. It just, not only did it not really do anything for my face because it's supposed to fight signs of tired and stressed skin. However, using this makes your skin tired and stressed because when you try to peel this sucker off, you just take off your whole face. Like, remember the movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage and what's his face, John Travolta, Face Off? If you wanted to switch faces with somebody, and this is what you're going to be using because it's quarantine time and now's the time to switch faces, guys. So here you go. You would use this, but it is extraordinarily painful. Any amount of facial hair that you have, because we all have some. Don't act like you don't have facial hair. Don't. But we all have some. This just was not good. It was like my whole face came off. It was a little rough. Next, we have the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I think maybe it's just old. It's just old. I just really didn't like this that much. Like, there were times when I'd like it, and then there were other times when I wouldn't. I'm just trying to find a spot that doesn't already have stuff on it. I loved this dropper, though, because it allowed you to control how much oil you were actually getting on your face. But there's something that I just, like, here, I'm like putting shit everywhere. There's something I just didn't like about it, and I think maybe because it's old, because now it leaves my skin feeling weird. Like my skin ends up feeling weird after using it. So I am just gonna let this go because I've been trying to use it again and it's a no from me, dog. All right, then we have the Jante Blue pencil, which I received. It's an eyeliner pencil I received in some beauty box. Here's a fun fact. You can do this on your skin, okay? When you try to use it on your eyes, zero pigmentation, zero color. I don't know what's wrong with this, but I swear to you, I have tried sharpening it and then using it, letting it go dull and then using it. I even did the 90s flame trick where you get a lighter and you're like, and let it melt a little bit and then try to put it up onto your eye when it's not on fire, and still nothing. But on my hand, glorious. I didn't understand it, and for that reason, you've got to Jante go. Next we just have this Duce lip gloss. Here's the thing, it is so old and I think almost empty, but it was like kind of a nice little like nude neutral like sassy gloss, but it's so old now that it just doesn't, like I have to really dig in to try to get any of it, and we're not about that life today. So Duce, you serve me well, but do must go. I'm so dumb. This was also featured in a 5 for 5 live. If y'all don't know what that is something I do with my good friend Emily Hanhan. We have a good time just talking about makeup and all kinds of things. Actually, we're moving in a lot of fun different directions. But this is the liquid camouflage concealer from Catrice. I hate it. It smells also, you know, obviously it's the wrong color, but I can still work with that. Like that's fine. I can wear it underneath. You know, that's a cute trick, by the way. If you get a concealer that's a little bit too light, just wear it underneath your foundation and then you're good to go. Like you're still concealed, but you're not like, bah! All right. So I hated this because it fucking smells. The smell of it is so, I don't know how much fragrance they put in here, but it's just too much. Like, oh God, it is an intense smell. Ugh, I forgot about that. I mean, it was all right, and it was all right as a concealer, but the smell just made it to where I can't even try to use it for other shit. I can't put it underneath makeup. It's so fragrant that it makes my eyes burn. I'm sorry, Catrice. Goodbye. The next up, I have a bunch of blushes. All right, so let's see if I can even swatch these for you guys. They're so old, so I don't know. This is the NYX Summer Peach, and it just wasn't peachy enough for me, guys. I'm trying to like show it to you without like fucking it up. It just really wasn't peachy enough. It was more pinky than peachy for me. You know what I mean? Like it was just far more peachy. One day I'm gonna have like amazing lights and you'll really be able to see what I'm talking about. All right, I scooched back. It's more of a peachy tone. I'm sorry I can't get any closer, but it's far more of a peachy tone, like a pink, than it is peachy. Like if I were light skinned, then that would be peach, but for me it is a not. So I had to let it go, one, because it's old, but two, I never use it. The other is this baked highlighter. This isn't a blush, but this is a baked highlighter from Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics. I used to really like them. I don't know what happened, but I just stopped caring. This one is in Bellissima, and it's a highlighter. Ooh, I peeled off a shit ton. But this was just way too ashy of a shade for me. I was gonna look like I was preparing for death, so I wasn't about that. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna get myself ready for my own funeral, okay? Thank you. All right, clean fingers, clean swatches. This was from City Color. It was Be Matte Blush. Like this is so old. This was Fresh Melon, Blackberry, and Guava. I typically just would use all three of them. Like I used to really like this. I would just swash into all of it, but you can see it's like all, if you look at it, it's kind of all pitted. Let's see if I can get it like maybe this way. One day I'll have fabulous lighting and you guys will be like, bitch, and I'll be like,
I know, I made it.
all right, so this is the first one, which I think is the melon. No, that's guava. Then right here we had blackberry, which is a purpley color. Like they're all kind of ashy as fuck, which is why they worked better when I used all three of them, so we're not gonna talk about it. And then this one is the melon color. So like they were all right, but again, they're all like really ashy kind of tones, and I feel like that was just like back in the day when we were just kind of doing this like weird ashy ass, like look at my face is almost dead.
So am I and my feelings.
Next up is this from a Muse. I think I got this on Shop Miss A, and this was, I don't know, it doesn't say what color it is. It's Dave Devil, maybe that's the color, I don't know. But it's just really, really old, and I haven't used it, and I've never reached for it. This is a kind of a mauve-y of a color. in the pan. And I think that's the other problem with a lot of these blushes I have, is that in the pan, I bought them and they looked nice, but on me, hot garbage, baby. I'm gonna take a picture of all of these so that you can really see these. But I did not, in fact, take pictures. I stupidly washed my arms before the pictures. My bad. Swatches, because like this, I don't know what's going on with my camera as of late. I might put my hand here. I don't know what's going on with my camera as of late, but it just keeps wanting to be like blue as fuck, and I need it to stop. I needed to stop. More blush. This like should just be a blush declutter, but then I have this one from NYX. It is in, I don't know why this would be called mocha, but anyways, it's this like kind of petally peach color here. Let me see. I have a thumb available. I really liked this. There we go. That one was really pretty, but it's just old. It's just a really old blush. Like, it was a very nice, like, for that natural summer, like, ooh, I'm just like, look, but it's just not, it's not doing it for me now. All right, moving the blush party onto my other now clean arm. We have this color, and it's weird because I feel like all of these NYX colors that I got were like virtually the same color, but they were called something else. Like this one is called Pinched. This is supposed to be more of a rosy blush, but it just really is not. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was as pretty as it could have been, and maybe it was pretty. You know what? It was pretty. It's just that it's old. It's another one of those like really old blushes. And don't worry, as we go through, I'll be having like throwing pictures up so that you can kind of see what everything looks like at the end. Again, there will be no pictures. Audra Incognito, out. But yeah, this was actually a really pretty blush. I liked this one on me. I remember that now. Like, I forgot, but I remembered as soon as I swatched it. I was like, oh yeah, I liked this. It was pretty. And I think that might be it for blush, except for one more. Nope, that's it for blush. That's it for blush. All right, so next up, we have this Wander Beauty Lip Setter Dual Lipstick and Liner. I just never liked this. It was not my color. It was I just didn't like it. So here, I'm gonna just kind of draw right here. This was the liner. And then on the other side, and you could move this up and down. It was like a cool concept, but I think the thing is, I just really don't like a lot of 2-in-1 products. So that was already off for me. And then here was the lip color. Ooh, there's a lot of shit coming off of it. And then like that was the lip color. It just wasn't really my shade. I didn't really like it, and I just didn't like the concept. And together, like next to each other kind of, I didn't like how they worked together. I just didn't think that they were pretty. I don't know why they made this. I don't even know if they still make these, but it looks cool, but the concept is just, I don't know. I'm not a 2-in-1 product person. I think that it's weird. I just didn't enjoy it. And it's like, the other thing is like, if you accidentally scooch this up with the cap on, you would just keep making it all like smashy. So like you kind of saw when I was putting it on that there was like a little extra product. It wasn't my cup of tea, and it wasn't my shade. So bye. Next up we have, this is an eyeshadow from Beauty Basics. It was like all right, but I just could never get this color to really work for me. I've never reached for it. I think I fussed with it like one time, but it's just this kind of like ugly shade of like,
I'm sorry, my boyfriend broke up with me.
like that's it. It's an ugly shade of I'm sorry, my boyfriend broke up with me, and I just don't like that because don't nobody break up with me, baby. I dumped them. Moving on. Then I have a couple things here from the Balm. The first, I think that this is also a blush. Again, this is super old because if you're ever wondering if your powders are old, like you'll start to see all these little bumps and pills. Like that's how I know. I mean, yes, you can peel that shit off, but that's enough for me. So this is like the shade, like this is a dusty ass shade. I don't know why the hell I kept allowing myself to like play with these dusty ass shades. It's because I got them beauty boxes, but as you can see, like it was like all right, but like you guys, was I really walking around looking like a dusty bitch? Yes. So I went ahead and let this go. This was in shade Don't Fucking Know. Balm Springs. That's why I like the Balm, because their like aesthetic was super cute. But I had to start getting over it because I realized I didn't actually like most of their products. They have a Balm mascara though that I actually really loved. I forgot about that. Anyhow, next up we have this Hot Mama. This was, ooh, it's a shadow or a blush. But it was like, I just never really reached for it. I don't know. Because I didn't like the color. And again, just another one of these weird dusty ass pink colors. So it's just, they kept, and that was that year where like these pinks and corals were like a big deal, but they just never looked good on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, ugh, I'm terrible at swatching. Next up, I have this Model & Co. trio in Saint Tropez. This just was one of those things where I don't use shit like this. And you can see where like I tried, I just don't. Like the colors are like, it's all right, but like I kind of have shades that are sort of like this in other arenas. This is like, that was like, I think that's the thing, is this is just this one color was gorgeous, but the rest of it was just like, no. And so I can't see keeping it for this like one kind of really pretty shade. The rest of it just like, you know, this is just another goldy type color. I have better golds than that. And then the last one is like this shade here. So it's just like, they were all kind of like the same family, just a little darker. And it was just, it's a shimmer trio, not my bag. The last kind of blusher, this was a weird deal. This is from Beauty Basics, and I don't even know what shade this is, but the deal was that it was supposed to be like a shimmery highlight, and you would just smash it across all three colors. There's nothing even separating them. I just was not a fan. I'm just gonna kind of take my fingers like this and go. Like, and that was what I was gonna get, like this weird kind of dusty gold color. Like, I don't know, it felt like you had to kind of try to figure out how to rub them all together. I guess it was a highlight, but I just wasn't impressed by it at all. Like, why wouldn't you just make it one color? Do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you just make it one color? It just seemed weird to me that they did that. It was a weird product. Why would I ever reach for that? What would make me think like, oh, you know what I need? This weird ass pan of 3 colors that do
Nothing.
Finally, we are at the end of our April declutter, and we are going to end it with Clarins, their mascara, their Wonder Perfect Mascara 4D. I absolutely love this. However, I do believe that I used this at one point in time when I had a sty, and when I've used it again, I got a sty again. So I just have to let it go for that reason. And also, it's just a trial size. So I eventually hope to get the larger size when I'm employed. That would be lovely. All right, guys, that's it. That's the video. What did you think of my disorganized declutter? Another one will be coming to you for the end of this month. So every time, you know, it's always gonna be the following month that I actually do it. So don't be waiting at like May 31st being like, where is it? It'll be here in June. A big shout out and a wonderful thank you to all of my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Little chats that we have, the jokes, the laughter. I really am so glad to have each and every one of you. And if you are interested in joining my Patreon, the link is below in the description, as is the link for the merch. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, deuces! Why the fuck am I blue? All right, guys, that is it. That's the video. What do you think of my disorganized declutter? That is hard to say. I really hate the hair